Okay, hello students, welcome back. Now, through this video, you will learn more about the bills of exchange chapter. Okay, so here we are going to study the most important things of bills of exchange chapter. This is the date of maturity, which always we have to keep in mind that what will be the date of maturity means at what date the person, the third party is going to pay us the amount. Okay, so that date is called as the date of maturity. So it is the date on which the amount of a bill becomes payable by the drawee. A bill of exchange payable at sight becomes due immediately after its presentation for payment. First condition is that just now we have drawn the bill and the person is going to pay us. Second is a term bill becomes due when the period of bill is over. Also, 3 grace days are added with it. Actually, the thing is that suppose we have written a bill on 1st of April and the person has given the due date as after 3 months. So after 1st April, after 3 months, the maturity date will be after 3 months, as well as plus 3 more days will be provided as grace days. Suppose 1st April, then from 1st April to 1st May to 1st June to 1st July, 3 months, and then 3 more grace days. Then on 4th of July will be the maturity date for the bill. Okay, then it is given 3 days grace we are going to add, then the date will be date will be called as maturity date. Then if the bill is payable sometimes after the date, the tenure should be counted from the date of drawing the bill. The next one is, if the bill is payable sometimes after sight, the tenure should be counted from the date of acceptance of the bill. And next one is, if the due date turns out a public holiday, this is very important. And if the due date turns out a public holiday, then due date should be the preceding working day. Suppose that the due date is coming on 15th of August. अगर 15 अगस्त को हमको पेमेंट करना है, आपका ड्यू डेट जो है 3 मोर ग्रेस डेज मिला करके 15 अगस्त का बन रहा है, देन हम किस दिन को, उस दिन तो पब्लिक हॉलीडे है, सो द प्रिसीडिंग वर्किंग डे विल बी कॉल्ड एज द ड्यू डेट. एक दिन पहले 14th of August यू आर गोइंग टू रिसीव द अमाउंट. और अंडर नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट एक्ट के थ्रू अगर कोई अर्जेंट हॉलीडे डिक्लेयर होता है, national holiday declare होता है, then in that case what you have to consider that the next day of that particular holiday will be considered as the date of maturity. Please all of you keep in mind these 3 points related to date of maturity. Then next is discounting of bill. What happens is that suppose the firm has provided goods on credit to the third party, okay, and they have written the bill after 2 months. Now the seller is in urgent need of some money and the third party is going to provide them money after 2 months. Then what else the seller can do? They can submit, or they can just give that particular bill to the bank, and bank will provide them the sum of money but at some discounted price. Suppose 50,000 is the amount of bill and you are going to get the amount of bill from bank by depositing the bill into the bank, and the bank is going to charge some discount. Okay, suppose for 50,000 bank will charge 500 as discount, or percentage will be provided to you that you have to deduct, and the rest of the amount will be provided by the bank you immediately. Okay, so that 49,500 rupees you are going to get, and 500 rupees bank will charge as a discount. So this is only process is called as discounting of bill. If the holder of the bill wants to get money against the amount mentioned in the bill at an earlier date before the due date, he sells the bill in the bank to the banker or a discounting house. The latter pay cash against the bill after deducting some amount of discount charge. Okay, this is what I have explained you. This process is called as discounting of bill. Now next important term from this chapter is endorsement of bill. Means you are going to endorse, means you are going to transfer the bill on the other party or to the other creditor. You are going to passing this particular bill. So this process is called as endorsement of bill. Now let's see, it means that signing on the back for transferring his own right on the bill to some other person. The maker or the holder of the bill signs on the bill or on its back or on a separate sheet of paper annexed with the bill. The transferor of the right is called endorser, and the person to whom the transfer is made is called endorsee. Suppose I have written the bill on the name of Ram, and now I am transferring this bill to the Shyam, a creditor to whom I was willing to pay the sum of amount. So that transfer of Ram's bill to Shyam, a creditor to whom I have to pay the amount, the rights will be transferred to Shyam, and this process will be called as endorsement of bill. Okay. Now next is dishonor of a bill of exchange. What does dishonor means? If the drawee of a bill does not accept it, it becomes a dishonor of a bill by non-acceptance. If the drawee accepts the bill but fails to pay it amount on the due date, it becomes dishonor of a bill by non-payment. First thing is that if the person, those who have taken goods on credit from us, if they have not accepted the bill, then at that case it will called as dishonor of a bill by non-acceptance. And if they are not able to pay the bill amount on the due date, then the bill becomes dishonor, and it's called as dishonor of a bill by non-payment. Then noting charges and protest. These are also few terms that you have to consider. The step taken for authenticating the fact of dishonor of a bill is called noting. Okay, the holder of a bill may get such dishonor noted by notary public. The noting is made either on the bill or on a separate sheet of paper. It has to be made within a reasonable time after dishonor. The fees paid to the notary public for such noting is called noting charges. After noting, the notary public issues a formality drawn up certificate regarding the dishonor under his seal and signature. It is called protest. So protest is not in our syllabus. Noting charges is there, so you can if the bill is dishonored, then only for writing another bill they are going to charge this noting charges. Then the next topic is renewal of a bill. Retirement of bill and renewal of a bill is not in our syllabus. Okay, this time in 11th class these all topics are not in your syllabus. Then here is the format of bills receivable book. It contains bills which are received and recorded. Then bills payable book. Okay, so here we have completed the few more portions of bills of exchange. Now in next video I will tell you about the journal entry procedure of writing the bills of exchange in the books of drawer and drawee. Thank you.